Dear friends, we want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and we want to wish all the best of all blessings to you and your family and to all of the Jewish people. This Shabbat we'll be reading the Torah portion of Naso. Naso means to raise up. And Moses was told by God to raise up the families, the Levite families, and give them their positions and their jobs in the holy sanctuary, specifically when they had to be carried in the desert from one place to another. And there are many ways that the Torah could have used the word to communicate to them, but it used the word naso, not just a point, but raise up. And within here lies a tremendous message, especially as this portion is the portion that talks about the day the Mishkan was completed and how the leaders brought gifts, and each one brought an extensive gift that had their own day to inaugurate the Mishkan. There's a portion that's related to all of us, and in a very real way, because the central part of Jewish life is the service in the temple. And today we don't have it. We have a temple inside ourselves. We create our homes as temple. But God willing, very soon when Mashiach, we will have the temple. And the name of the portion is called Naso, to raise up. And I think it's very appropriate, having just spent some time in Israel, leading two groups. One group of lawyers, legal professionals, and other related fields, and a group of community members. And Israel hasn't seen tourists in a long time. We're in little spurts. But thank God, since they opened up the doors in the last 2 months, there's been a flood of tourists. The hotels we were staying in were full. Many people in all the different tourist places. It was beautiful to see. But one of the greatest moments that we had as a group was when we were able to see on Jerusalem Day, spending Shabbat in Jerusalem, on Shabbat and Sunday when they had the parade for Jerusalem Day, the tremendous Jewish pride of the Jewish people, of many youth, tens of thousands of youth, marching with pride, walking down the streets Shabbat in groups with great pride, singing Jewish songs, their heads held high, not in arrogance, but in pride of being part of Am Yisrael, of the Jewish people, of having the ability to live in the Holy Land in Israel, and being surrounded and infused with the beauties of Jewish life and of our heritage. It was just felt in the air. It was unbelievable. It was an incredible experience. And this is specifically after a period of time, a few years, when this parade was not held because there were threats coming from Hamas and the enemies that if you hold the parade, we're going to attack you. And they did that this year as well. But this year, the government did not pay attention, and they allowed what was rightfully supposed to be to happen. A day of pride, the day when Jerusalem was united, the day when Jews were able to come again to the Western Wall. Because while it was under Arab rule, a Jew was not allowed to step into the old city and never allowed to go and pray there. And even before that, under the British rule, the Jews had many rules about what they were not allowed to and not allowed to do. But today they're able to pray fully and completely in freedom by the Western Wall and live in the old city. This pride was very powerful, and it impacted everyone in the group, religious, non-religious, but all proud Jews, and even some non-Jews who were with us were very proud to see this type of pride, not associated with any type of looting, not associated with any type of drugs, not associated with any type of other dangers, simply joy at its best. And this is what the Torah is telling us here as well. Naso, raise your head high. We live in a time when many people feel embarrassed and ashamed to proclaim their identity. We'd rather blend in and not stand out for anti-Semitic reasons, or just that's the universal society we live in today. But that's not healthy, that's not good, and it doesn't work. And that's not the way Jews have lived throughout our history. we stand tall. We held our head high. We realize our place in this world. We realize our responsibilities that come along with it. And we realize how special we are and the merits we have to be Am Yisrael, the Jewish people. And let us all experience this week Naso. Raise your head high. Be proud of everything you have. And whatever you know, stand tall with it in front of your family, in front of your community, in front of your colleagues, and just wherever you go. No arrogance, because there's no place for that in Judaism, and it doesn't work. Simple pride of who you are and how blessed you are and how much gratitude we have to have and how much is vested in us to make a difference. So make that difference with Naso, holding your head high. So God bless you all. God loves you. We love you all. Shabbat Shalom. Candlelighting time in Montreal this week, 8:24 p.m.